Hi everybody, Sean Holsinger here from Holsinger's Fly Shop again. Bringing you guys a dry fly this time. Right now it is end of April, going on May. Right now we have a really good tan caddis hatch coming off around our area. I like to fish it. I fish it a lot with an X caddis. Got put onto this pattern by one of the guys that comes into the shop. He ties it with different color, but same effect. I'm going to use tan snowshoe on this. He actually uses cream. I like the tan. I think it matches the wings pretty good. So we're going to do it my way. What we're tying with for a hook is going to be a Hannock hook, H390BL, the clink hammer hook. That is the twist. You can see how it's got a really nice curve to it. Really nice for a caddis pattern and for like pupa, emergers, that kind of stuff. So next thing we're going to put on is our thread. I'm using 140 denier brown thread. And we are just going to wrap that back around a little bit around the bend of the hook. And then we're going to put some wax on our thread. Got some requests to do some dry flies again. I get them pretty regular. You know, I fish nymphs a lot in my area, so most of my videos are nymph videos because that's what I fish the most. But I do fish. This is one of the patterns that I do fish. Snowshoe floats really well, so I like to use it. Next thing we're going to be using is some emergence dubbing in pheasant tail, Nature Spirit emergence dubbing. Sorry about the ostrich herl there from my last video. And we're just going to wrap this forward. Start it back at the bend of the hook. This emergence dubbing gets a real buggy look to it. You can see the strands that it leaves behind as you wrap it around. That's why I like it. Has a nice like emerging insect look to it. So just put enough on there. You know, you don't want to build it up real thick. Just want to build up a nice body, just a little bit thicker, but not fat. So we're going to build this up towards the eye. Keep it about a hook, an eye and a half away is where we're going to take that to. Right about there. And I'm going to thin this down a little bit and finish putting it on. Making it taper towards the front. Making it a little bit bigger up here towards the front. Okay, now get that, like I said, right up there towards the eye like that. And like I said, you can see how nice and buggy that looks. Next thing we're going to put on is some snowshoe. Like I said, I'm using tan. This is a snowshoe foot. This is the heel section of it. That's where I'm going to cut out of. I'm just going to pull a little clump of this and then snip it off with my scissors. And so, I don't know, just a pinch of it. It doesn't take a lot. You'll learn. It doesn't take a whole lot. And you what I do is just peel it off from the edge, trim it off where it attaches to the foot, and here you'll see I have a big clump of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch these ends, try to keep them all together, and you see how much fluff is involved with this, all this underfur. We're going to strip all this underfur out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit that aside. I got a pretty big pile of it going on my bench here because I've been tying a lot of them lately getting ready. Like I said, I fish the tan caddis a good bit. It works really well for me in the mornings. And there you see how I pulled out all that underfur, and then how much is left, okay? It was real thick, but it was all that underfur. So, once you got that pinched out there, you're going to get them all, you know, they line themselves up pretty well. But we're just going to lay it over, and you want it just to go, as you see there, it goes just past the hook. And then we're going to pinch this down on top. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch, pull it up, and I'm going to pinch the thread in my fingers, and then loosely pull it down, and I'm going to do that like twice, and then I'm going to pull it real tight. And we're just going to wrap this back into my dubbing. Okay, and you see how it made a nice little wing there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim the tag off at the front here. I'll trim that as close as I can. And then just clean it up with a couple wraps. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give this some legs. And what I'm going to use for the legs is I'm just going to put like one wrap of a hen pheasant. You don't have to do this. I just like the looks of it. Hen pheasant, here's one of the feathers off of it. You can see how it has a tan color to it, tan and black and white and brown. I mean, it's just a really nice, I really like using the hen pheasant. You'll see some of my videos that I've been putting out here lately with Gary Buchanan. He uses it a lot and he got me onto it, and I've been using it a lot with wet flies and stuff. And I know this is a dry fly and this is wet fly hackle, but it gives the look I want of the legs. So we're gonna peel all. You see how I peeled all the fibers back towards the butt of the hook. I mean the butt of the feather there, and then we're just gonna trim off and make a little triangle here. Okay, make a little triangle at the end, and that's what we're gonna use as our tie down. And we're just gonna tie that down with the bottom of the feather side down against the hook. Make about 3 or 4 wraps there to hold it into place, nice tight wraps. Then I'm just going to take my hackle pliers, put them on, and I'm just going to tease the fibers back and make a wrap around here. And this is only going to put like a wrap and a half. It's just enough to give it a leggy look. Okay, and then we tie it off. Alright, quick fly. You can see how quick I tied this. It didn't take a whole lot of materials. Just a snowshoe, a little bit of dubbing. Change your dubbing. Change the snowshoe color. You can achieve different, different looks. What I found is I tie it with an olive or dark olive emergence dubbing. And for the snowshoe, I use a dun. And it makes a really nice looking granum color. So just finish that off, hit it with a little head cement. I got my head a little bigger than I like it there, but I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of UV flow because it didn't make my knot the heaviest. So I'm just going to dress that up with some flow, hit it with my light, and that is all that's to this. This stuff has a natural buoyancy, I guess you want to say. It really floats well in the water, and very quick, simple tie. So give this a try. I promise you it will work on your tan caddis hatch. You can also take a little bit of brown antron out the back, make a little shock like it's just emerging. If you want to, it'll float in the film. However you want to do it, put some floating on it, it'll float on top. Hope you enjoyed this. All the materials, the tan snowshoe, or cream, like I said, the guy that showed me told me about it. He uses cream. He likes a little bit lighter wing. Hen pheasant fibers for the legs on it, and the emergence stubbing. All you can find at the shop at holsingersflyshop.com. Thanks again for watching, guys. As always, I try to keep these videos coming to you, so subscribe to my channel so you can constantly be updated when they come out. And like me on Facebook and Instagram too, because I post them on there whenever I have one coming out. Keep watching and keep coming back. Thanks a lot. I'm Sean Holsinger.